Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are Detroit.
Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by
Bell Tire.
James McCann absolutely lights up when he sees the Royals on their schedule, and with good reason. 3 more hits last night, and McCann now is batting .394 with 5 RBIs against the Royals this year. Back at it tonight, hoping for more McCann magic. We're at Kauffman Stadium. Game 2 in this series featuring the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Pembroke, Kirk Gibson. Glad to have you with it. How's it going there, Gibby? Well, the Tigers with one of their better wins of the season last night, and James McCann right in the middle of it, Gibby. Probably played his best all-around game of the season.
He really did. The Tigers scored a couple of runs in the 7th with some gifts, but then in the 9th inning, they really swing the bats well. And James McCann, who's really been struggling, he's hit .255 last year, been struggling around the low 200s, but finally gets some seeing eye hits and hit the ball solid as well. This is in the 7th and in the 9th. And he's just swinging the better, feeling in the last 7 he's hitting about .316. And how about the blocks? He had 8 to 10 of these last night. These are like some 55-footers. How do you block him? But he did a heck of a job. Only one got by him. So James McCann feeling a little bit better about himself. And he's in the lineup again tonight. And the pitchers trust him because they saw all those balls he blocked tonight. And hopefully Zim use that to his advantage.
All right, now when you talk about shortstops in the American League, Andrelton Simmons is probably regarded as the best defensive shortstop in the American League, but Jose Iglesias has something to say about that.
Well, Iggy, you know, he's been here. This is his 4th full year with the Tigers. It is his free agent year, and it also is the best year that he's played since he has been here, and more relaxed. He's played good defense all season, going to his left, going to his right. He flips the ball. He can throw from any angle. This is an amazing play right here. And he's just really, I see a confidence in Iglesias. As a matter of fact, recently, Sabre, one of the measuring sticks for the Gold Glove Award, it counts for 25%. They have rated Jose Iglesias as first, so hopefully he keeps the glove going tonight.
All right, now when you're healthy, it's amazing what you can do when your body feels good. And for Jordan Zimmerman, that is the case these days. His last 5 starts have been terrific.
He really has, and he's throwing the ball where he wants to throw it. He's throwing all of his pitches, hitting the zone. He's got good life. Fastball's down to the way. He's riding that fastball high as well. He's got the slider, the 2-seamer runs. He likes to elevate. He always likes to do that. And there's that short, tight slider. And that's really giving the opponents a tough time tonight. Last 5 starts, he's 2-1. You see the numbers, 29 strikeouts, only 2 walks. He had that injection at the beginning of spring. That got him through the first half. They scheduled a second injection. He had that over the All-Star break. So he says he's feeling good. This is his first start since pre-All-Star game. He's going to be fresh and ready to go. All
right, after a short break, we'll go back to the Call Sam studios and check in with Trevor Thompson and Rod Allen. Coming up in this one here tonight, hey, the trading deadline is right around the corner. It's an uncertain future for Mike Moustakas to the Royals. The guys will talk about that next. Tigers KC coming up.
Good baseball weather. Middle game of the 3-game series. Tigers and Royals here at Kauffman Stadium, moments away here on Fox Sports Detroit. Hi, I'm Matt Shepard. Detroit won the first one last night, 5-4. That means now they are 15-15 in one-run games. Folks, they have played 30 one-run affairs, fourth most in the American League. And of the 4 teams that have played that many, only Seattle has a better winning percentage than the Tigers. What does it mean? It means this team competes night in and night out.
It means that we could have won 15 more games. You know, I don't really have like an exact answer for that, but we're in a lot of ball games. You know, everybody in here comes ready to play every day and battle and compete.
You think of 15 of those losses where you could be if you had just scored a couple of runs in half of them. Makes a big difference in the record, but you know, it just says we're staying the games more than anything else.
They got a really good shot tonight because Jordan Zimmerman makes his 7th start in his career against the Royals. In his last 5 starts, he's 2-1, and against Kansas City in his career, he's 4-0 with a sub-2 ERA and a sub-1 whip. Mario Impemba, Kirk Gibson have all the action from Kauffman Stadium next on Fox Sports Detroit.
In Kansas City, as we welcome you back to Kauffman Stadium, here is the Tigers starting lineup for Game 2 in the series. Presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, and for Ron Gardenhire tonight, Martin, Goodrum, and Castellanos in your top 3 spots. Jammer batting cleanup, then Martinez and Aducey, McCann, Iglesias, and Jones, and they are facing the right-handed offerings of Birch Smith.
Birch Smith, Rule 5 guy, 26 games this year, 2 as a starter. Not overpowering, doesn't really have any plus pitches, just really knows how to throw the ball. He gets misses with his fastball. He gets underneath it and it kind of takes off. So Tigers will have to lay off that pitch.
Well, here is Martin to get things started for the Tigers. An exciting comeback win last night for the ball club. They scored 3 in the 9th inning. And now going for their 2nd straight win in this series. Martin digs in, and here we go. The first pitch of the ball game is a ball low to Leonis. 0 for 3 in the ball game last night. 252 on the year for Martin. Now Smith with the 1-0. And Leonis rolls it foul, first base side. Goodrum and then Castellanos here in the Tigers' first inning. little bit warmer tonight than it was at game time last night. Very nice afternoon here in Kansas City. It's settled into a nice night with clear skies.
Cool in the morning, quickly heated up. We were talking about the days when this field was all turf, but it's great, beautiful, regular turf. Good for baseball.
1-2 on Martin.
Here's the weather. Sun's still pretty high. Little lighter crowd tonight, but always a beautiful stadium. Great place to play baseball.
Now Smith with the 1-2 pitch, and he got him on the outside corner. Strike 3.
Let's take a look at the Royals starting defense, brought to you by Tim Hortons. In the outfield, Gordon, Goodwin, and Herrera across the outfield. Eustakis, Escobar, Merrifield, and Lucas Duda at first base. Salvador Perez not playing first base tonight. He's catching. You got to keep your eyes open. He'll try and back pick you. And Bert Smith is on the mound.
There's a bender that misses outside to Nico Goodrum. Had the night off last night. He's back out there at second base tonight. Nico at 243. Pulls this one right to first, and it's gloved there by Duda. Smith will cover, and they get him by a step. It was headed to the corner, and Lucas Duda cut it off.
Pretty good by Duda. Good placement. He gets a good start on it. Ball stayed down. He kept his glove down. And Smith covering.
That'll bring up Castellanos with 2 outs. Nicholas in the opener last night was 0 for 4. And now the average at 301 with 15 homers this year. Nick looks at a ball outside, 1-0.
Fastball coming in at 95 right there. Sneaky.
Nick hasn't taken too many offers this year, but he was held hitless in last night's game and had a hit taken away in a great play by Escobar, their shortstop. But he, without question, has been the Tigers' most consistent and best player this year.
Very steady. Doesn't really get down when he doesn't get hits. Same approach every day.
You know, Gibby, we were talking to Gardenhire about this a couple of days ago, how it's really amazing that Nick has been so steady, really without much protection in the lineup since Cabrera went down.
Well, we ran that thing on him getting his hair cut and being relaxed. And you know, he wants to portray that you don't want to ride the roller coaster if things aren't going good. You got to believe in yourself. And he wants that to be taken throughout the whole clubhouse. And a marginal swing right there, but he gets rung up.
2-2 on Nicholas.
That Wolfie down there at first base?
It is Jim Wolf. Numbers on Ron Gardenhire, 14th season as a major league manager. Slap foul. By the way, if the Tigers combine for 3 or more home runs in this game, you know the drill. Bring a copy of the box score to a participating Arby's location tomorrow. Free small order of curly fries. 2-2 on Nicholas. Smith in search of the 1-2-3 inning. Missed it outside, 3-2.
There are your umpires tonight. Sam Holbrook behind the dish. Jim Wolf at first. DJ Rayburn second, and Alfonso Marquez at third.
The early fastball here for Smith in the first inning, reaching 96 miles an hour. 3-2 is spoiled. Candelario waiting on deck. He has had much better at bats recently. It's kind of an ebb and flow to the major league season, isn't it? I mean, you go through stretches, and how you are able to grind through the rough stretches will dictate what kind of year you have.
Yes, it depends how you get out of it. You got to fix it. You can't worry about it. Right now they're working Nick all the way. I'll bet you later they come in when they need to.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Smith has a 1-2-3 first inning. Pair of strikeouts as well. Zim will take the mound for the Tigers. This ball game here tonight, and Jordan Zimmerman on the mound tonight, presented by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Zim 4-1 this season. Really struggled early. Went on the disabled list. He's come back strong before the All-Star break. Finished strong. Last 5 games have been very, very good. Finally got that slider where he wants it. 25 of 28 for strikes in his last outing. Maybe too good. Previous start got a lot of outs with that pitch, so we'll watch and see how his fastball is being located and how much he's going to use his other pitches.
We are seeing the Jordan Zimmerman these days, the guy that we saw early on when he first signed with the Tigers, had a huge month of April. And then Zim, of course, battling neck and back injuries, and really has not felt healthy until the last, what, 5-6 starts?
Yeah, and they basically, coming into this year, they had a game plan to give him a, we'll just call it some therapy before the season in spring.
Fair ball is under the glove of Adduci. Merrifield is motoring to second. And he's in there standing up with a rolling double down the first base line.
Bad break. Ball really stayed down. Adduci thought he had it. This ball stayed right down on the ground. He's got it. Did not come up. Thought he had it. Must have hit a little footprint or something down there. Merrifield on to second.
Leadoff double for Whit Merrifield. That'll bring up Rosell Herrera, who had a big game last night. 3 hits, including a double for the Royals. Showing bunt, he'll push it foul, third base side.
Merrifield will run down there. You got to keep an eye on him.
Quite honestly, the reason the Royals lost the ball game last night, despite winning all day long, or leading all day long, was the fact they left 13 men on base last night. And Ned Yost had to be pulling his hair out of his head because they had so many opportunities, and the Tigers struck late, won the ball game. Soft roller back up the middle. This will advance the runner. Herrera is out. Here's the rest of the KC lineup presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Mike Moustakas is hitting third. He's back in the lineup tonight. Sal Perez batting cleanup, and Duda and Bonifacio. Gordon back in there as well in left field. Goodwin and Escobar. See how the Tigers want to play the infield early in this game here with the runner at third. They're in a few steps. Ball 1 to Moustakas. Talking about him a little bit earlier and how the trading deadline is right around the corner next week, and Moose's name is mentioned quite a bit.
Yeah, around the league, most teams.
That ball belted deep in the air to right field, way back. Castellanos looks up and it is gone. A 2-run shot for Mike Moustakas.
Yeah, this is a slider right here. Not a good start. Right down the heart of the plate. Moustakas, veteran guy. He's going to be a guy who hits mistakes. That ball said hit me, and he did.
9th home run of the year allowed by Zimmerman. That'll bring up Perez, who drives one in the air to dead center, and running back there is Martin to haul it in.
McLaren Health brings you the Tigers starting defense. Couldn't catch that previous one. Jacoby Jones in left, Leonis Martin center, Nicholas Castellanos in right field. Candyman at third, Jim Medusi at first, Iglesias and Goodrum up the middle in the infield with James McCann catching again tonight. Jordan Zimmerman on the mound.
Here's another left-handed batter, Lucas Duda. They play him to pull on the infield, and Duda had a huge night last night, driving in 3.
They need to throw him some inside today. They really left some out over the plate, and he pounded him.
One ball and 1 strike on Duda. 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Had a 2-run single in the first off Liriano last night. That'll miss outside, 2-1. Well, Zim came into the start with an ERA of 1.36 at Kauffman Stadium. He has owned the Royals in his career, but especially in this ballpark. Now the 2-1.
Right at the bottom of the zone.
Duda had a few words for Holbrook, the home plate umpire, after that last call.
Holbrook usually has a pretty tight zone.
Just off the plate. Full count, 3-2 with Bonifacio waiting on deck. Tigers, for the 2nd straight night, give up 2 runs in the first, playing from behind this evening again. And that is ball 4. He walked him.
3-2 changeup. He yanked it. Let's take a look at the umpire report. Sam Holbrook. You can see tighter zone than most umpires. Really calls high or low strikes. We just saw him carry a low one. Against righties, more apt to call him outside. And Jordan Zimmerman is a 6.75 ERA and 3 starts with Sam Holbrook. Probably doesn't have anything to do with anything, but it's just a number.
Bonifacio doubled in last night's game.
Yeah, they measure the umpires by based on balls per 9. That's 7.4. That's per RotoWire. That ranks 7th highest in Major League Baseball. So he's got a tight zone.
Way outside, and McCann goes out there to snatch that one. Mack is going to get the day off tomorrow. Hicks going to catch. McCann, I bet he slept pretty good last night.
Yeah, he had to hydrate because he was jumping all over. These pitches were in the dirt. 55, 57, 59 feet.
Out in front, 1-2. Zim's last start was on July the 11th. That was in St. Pete against the Rays. He threw 105 pitches in that game. Most he had thrown in any start this year. Swing and a miss, and down goes Bonifacio to end the inning. Royals take the lead though in the Mike Moustakas home run. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica and join the Brotherhood of Muscle at the Dodge Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal. Back here in KC on our way to the second, Mike Moustakas, a 2-run shot off Jordan Zimmerman in the first inning, giving the Royals an early edge. Here is Candelario to lead things off for the Tigers. Jamer, then Martinez, and then Adusi. That'll miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just sitting here studying Bert Smith. See what he's going to do. He's already shown that he'll throw a breaking ball or a changeup with 2 strikes and a full count. Is that a changeup right there? Yep. He gets behind in the count. You're going to look for something soft. A lot of arm motion on that changeup right there.
Here's the 1-2. Slow ground ball towards second, where Merrifield is positioned. 1 gone. 4 straight retired by Smith to start this ball game.
So now that you know he's going to throw off-speed pitches, he'll throw the curveball to the righties as well. You got to make sure you don't pull off, you don't roll it over. You got to force yourself to hit the middle of the field. You know, we've talked a lot about the Tigers with runners in scoring position. They have not fared well. They do strike out too much in those situations. So I know that with both Lloyd McClendon and Phil Clark, they preach it to him. They practice it every day in the batting cages.
Chop to the right side off the glove of Duda, and he has no chance to throw him out. It'll be an error on Duda, who tried to backhand that ball. Tigers have their first runner.
Yeah, I don't know if it took a bad hop on him, but he would normally get this just off the heel. Who knows, they may change that to a hit a little later. They did it last night.
They did.
Well, Gardy's pretty open, isn't he? He's like, that's not a hit. It's the big leagues. It's not a hit.
Well, the Tigers have their first runner now. Here is Adusi. He'll roll 1 to first base. They're going to spin, fire to second. 1 relay, not in time. They're going to hold it up as Martinez is forced at second. 2 gone. Here is McCann now. It brings us to the Bernstein advantage. Here are the numbers on Mac against KC this year. 394.
Been swinging much better, popping, get one out of the ballpark, hit a gapper, and got a C&I single last night as well. Those are sweet, just as the ones you hit hard. They say they always even out. You hit a bullet and somebody catches it, or you hit it right to them. They say it always evens out.
Do you believe that?
I think sometimes, but it's no guarantee.
You're talking about the Tigers and having a better 2-strike approach. I think Lloyd McClendon had one of the better quotes recently about that. It might have been better last year. Lloyd said, you know, if Miguel Cabrera can spread out and have a 2-strike approach, anybody in the lineup should be able to do it as well. For as good as Cabrera has been over the years, he is willing to give himself up and try and drive runs in. That's what made him so good. Still does.
Yeah, I would say Adducey would want that pitch back that he swung at. I mean, you haven't faced the guy hardly at all. You come up to the first at bat and think that you're going to center it. It's just really hard to do. I think that you have to be patient. You need to see pitches first time up when nobody's on, because it's going to benefit you later in the game. You come up with bases loaded, you've seen 7 to 10 pitches, you're going to be better prepared for that situation. So I know it's being preached to them on a daily basis, and really in the end they'll continue to try and get adjustments implemented. The thing about the big leagues, you know, I heard you do your minor league report. There's guys down there that are trying to do it too, right?
Absolutely.
And ultimately, that's what all organizations around the league try and get a competitive situation going on.
McCann strikes out swinging to end the inning. 3rd strikeout of the game for Birch Smith. As we go to the bottom of the 2nd, Chevrolet's most dependable player has been Jordan Zimmerman, especially over his last 5 starts.
2-0, started off in the first 7. The ERA was up. Last 5, you see 2-1, and the ERA is down. The whip way down, so that has to do mainly with the walks.
It'll be Gordon to lead things off. Gordon, Goodwin, and Escobar. 7, 8, 9 for Ned Yost. Royals got a pair in the first. 17 pitch first inning for Zim. Gordon did not start the ball game last night. Came on as a defensive replacement. Had one at bat. He finished 0 for 1. .239, 6 homers this year for the slick fielding left fielder. 2-1 the count. Gordon really has not been able to duplicate his numbers that he had several years ago when he first moved to left field, but his defensive numbers have not suffered at all.
Actually having a great year defensively. Leading the league in left fielders with 18 defensive runs saved.
There it is, 18 of them.
Don't run on him.
And there's a strike. Gordon about to discard the bat. He's called back by Sam Holbrook.
Well, he's supposed to have a tight zone. It's set a little bit outside. That one looked like it's about 4 inches off the plate. Good stick by McCann.
Swing and a miss. Gordon goes down on strikes.
Change piece.
Hey, the Tigers are hosting the Indians this Friday and Saturday, July 27th and 28th at Comerica Park. Enjoying the Liney Summer Party Pack. It includes a game ticket and a voucher for a beer. Packages start at just $19 per person. For tickets, go to tigers.com/Liney. One away. Here is Brian Goodman, or Goodwin, I should say. Goodwin just acquired by the Royals a couple of days ago from the Nationals. Was injured earlier this year, and Goodwin now is getting some outfield reps with the Royals.
Former #1 pick in 2011. So he's had talent, but obviously needs to correct some things. Here we are in 2018.
Little dribbler back to the mound. Zim will make the play, and there are 2 gone. Bring up the shortstop Escobar. Alcides did not have a good game offensively last night. Plays pretty good defense, but he was 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. Escobar, since joining the Royals in a deal with the Brewers several years ago, has literally played every day. His consecutive games played streak ended earlier this year at 421 straight contests.
Why?
He just finally took him out. There's a strike called inside part of the plate, 0-2. And that is a very demanding position.
Shortstops really move around a lot. Running all over the diamond. Cutting off, going out for relays.
Wave and a miss, and Zim with a much better second.
Good slider there.
3 strikeouts now for Jordan.
story earlier today, still a buzz around this stadium with the play he made in the 4th inning last night. I had a chance to catch up with Salvador Perez before the game, and I asked him what he thought of it, since he had a really special play during the broadcast last night as well. And Perez told me that he makes it look easy. And I said, yeah, but nothing's easy. He says, yeah, but that guy practices those plays on a regular basis, so it didn't surprise him all that much. Mario Gibby, he also said he has the best hands in baseball right now, and I think you guys would agree with that. That doesn't necessarily make him a Gold Glove shortstop, but it does put him in some elite category on the feel he has for the game, and that's what Perez and I were talking about earlier today. A lot of fun discussion. One guy competing against another, but surely appreciating his talent, guys.
Yeah, the soft hands is certainly a good start to being a Gold Glove caliber shortstop, and I think what Salvador Perez is absolutely correct. He does indeed practice that play. I mean, you would think it takes guts, Gibby, to make a play like that, but that's something he does every day in practice.
How about how quick he did it? It didn't even hit his glove hardly. You'd have to get here early to see that. Well, in Kansas City, they'd probably be, what, 2 hours before game time, you'd see him taking his ground balls. At Comerica Park, it would be even earlier, but they do practice it. And the amazing thing to me is you'd think you'd want to secure it in your glove, then flip it, but he's got such good hands and good feel, he can do it immediately.
Here's the 2-2. Whistled foul.
I think that the amazing thing is the second baseman, whether it's Goodrum or Ronnie, who hasn't played a lot with him, might get caught off guard, but they were ready, made the catch.
You know, if you get to the ballpark early, right before the game starts, Iglesias will go out and play catch with one of his teammates, and he will practice flipping the ball out of his glove. There's a bouncer to short. Escobar has it, and Iggy is out, one gone. Well, as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in tonight's game. Here is Jacoby Jones, who is back in the lineup tonight. It was Victor Reyes getting a chance to play left field last night. Jacoby trying to snap it 0 for 17. Good pitch, outer edge, and it's a strike call. That ball at 77 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're not going to swing it that first time up. And Jacoby will see a lot of sliders, a lot of breakaways, and the high fastball.
Like right there. At 94, right at the letters, and that has been the kryptonite for Jacoby this year.
I believe Jacoby's got an offer going right now, and it's hard to push yourself through him.
Did he go? Did not.
They really, they're not going to try and throw him a strike. He's going to have to just go up there and take till they give him 2 strikes on him. Going up high again. And I've been in this situation where you have a hard time laying off a certain pitch, and they really dig at you on it. They're not to foul it off, which Jacoby just did. Hope that they make a mistake. Probably going to get a curveball here.
It bends low and away in the dirt now. 2-2 on Jones. Well, you know, defensively he's as good as anybody in the league right now. Jacoby grades out well defensively. It's just the offense trying to catch up. Jones earlier this year had his first career walk-off home run against these Royals, and it was back at Comerica Park early in the season, back in April. From the Tigers were surprising a few teams around the league, playing with a lot of energy. They won some ball games, and it'll be down in the dirt, bouncing in. 3-2 now on Jones.
Now the Royals, they have a sheet that shows what guys are aggressive and not. Jacoby very aggressive. They probably will go outside of the zone to see if he will chase.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Smith now with 4 strikeouts.
Take a look at this pitch by pitch. Just couldn't lay off it. Look at the balls he swung, and he fouled a couple strikes off. Look at down and up, down and up. And looks like a little cutter, and the last one down and away. Jacoby can't lay out.
Not much, if anything, in the strike zone for Jones. Here's Martin with 2 outs. Strike one to Leonis as it catches barely the outside corner. Ooh, ugly swing there, 0-2.
Yeah, you had the breaking ball and the changeup. He backdoored the breaking ball, and he threw this changeup that started on the corner and ran off. Now what will they do?
One and two on Martin, who was activated off the DL at the start of the second half. That was Friday before the first game of the series against Boston. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. He strikes out for the second time.
Tigers can't see the changeup. Sun background making it tough.
Well, has it really been 35 years? Today marks the anniversary of George Brett's pine tar incident. We'll talk about that next.
DTE Energy, know your own power. Remember this 35 years ago in Yankee Stadium off Goose Gossage, George Brett hits a home run. Billy Martin says there's too much pine tar on it. It's over the 18 inches, which the rule book says. And Tim McClellan calls him out. George Brett goes ballistic. And they later replayed that game. He got protested, I believe, by the Royals. And they played the game, and it ended the same, didn't it?
It did. They counted the home run, but they had to go back and finish that ball game. I think it was about a month later back at Yankee Stadium, and the result didn't change. Zib goes back to work now as we go to the third. Top of the order coming up for the Royals.
A lot of bumping going on there in that umpire circle.
You don't see any of that anymore, do you?
No, not like that.
That was out of control.
Back then, you hit me, George. You bumped me. You bump me again, and you get maybe a little fine. But and nowadays, you bump them, you're going to get suspended.
Merrifield rolled a double inside the bag in the first inning. He drives this one to right field. Castellanos, a little bit of a mini leap, one gone. Let's bring in Matt Shepard.
Mario, we were all in Ron Gardenhire's office before the game today asking him about that memorable moment that involved George Brett, and they finished that game on August 18th. So you're right, almost a month later. But Ron Gardenhire, when I asked him, have you ever been involved in something like that? And he said, well, I was with the Twins. There were moments where catchers were literally, I mean, just gobbing their shin guards with pine tar. And they would throw the ball back to the pitcher and the pitcher would then have an advantage. It would be the grip. It was similar to, well, you guys remember Fred Biletnikoff and Cliff Branch and the great Raider teams of the 70s and how much Lester Hayes used to put stick him up. Yeah, so it was similar to that. Ron Gardner had to be really careful. He actually called out a catcher in that regard late in the game because he knew umpires would check his catcher and his pitchers for the foreign substance as well.
Well, everybody concentrates on the pitcher, and they have over the years, whether it's, I don't know, sandpaper, whether it's grease, whether it's whatever, pine tar, rosin, but nobody would think to catch the catchers in the act.
Well, fielders like third baseman, first baseman, they've been putting it on for years. Not many, but it has been a practice. The catcher is another source, and some of the pitchers put it on various places back in the day. And one Hall of Famer that I know used to put alcohol on his cloth belt and mix the rosin in, and that would be sticky.
How about the story about the baby oil by one of his minor league pitchers? He used to put it in his hair, and he would just, kind of tug his cap backwards, and he would get that foreign substance of baby oil on his hands and make it almost like a spitball.
Yeah, and apparently the kid, it was a glass bottle of baby oil, and he got back to the dugout and spilled it and broke the glass and felt that I can't go on. I don't have my baby oil. What am I going to do?
No oil.
They do make them in plastic bottles now. We've come a long way, baby.
Whatever it takes, I guess. If you don't get caught, it ain't cheating. Well, a single by Herrera, who, by the way, has had a big series. Rosell Herrera has 4 hits now for the Royals.
I tell you, Gardy's been very talkative, and we went down memory lane quite a bit. He's well-rounded. He's got a lot of experience, and it shows by his managing.
Alex Gordon apparently has been chirping from the dugout for the Royals. He was a strikeout victim on a ball that he thought it was ball 4, and then struck out on the next pitch. That was back in the 2nd. Ooh, he was on the move. Herrera took 3 or 4 jab steps, and Zim stepped on.
Now everybody's going to yell step off. Listen. You believe it or not, sometimes nobody on the infield will ever say anything. That was good.
Two-run shot by Moustakas. That was back in the 1st inning, his 20th of the year. Last year he established a Royals record with 38 home runs. And if he gets to the 30 plateau again this year, he needs 10 more. He'll be the first Royal ever to go 30 homers or more back-to-back. Snap throw, and Herrera back in there.
Zimmerman, 1.11 seconds from the time he moves to the time the ball hits McCann's glove. That's plenty fast enough. However, in his trying to speedy to the plate, he's unable to locate. Finds himself down in a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Grounded foul. Menards brings you the big money encounter. Mike Moustakas started off really well at 302 the first month of the year, but has fallen off each month. 179 in July.
Well, he's been pretty good against us so far.
Yeah, he had a double as a pinch hitter last night and a homer here tonight. This is what I love about pitchers like Zimmerman. He's not afraid to just hold that baseball, something that Max Scherzer did so well to try and control that running game.
You have to do it. If you hold the ball, it's the best way. You know, some may get bored because of that, but it's boring when you just let a guy steal on his own.
3-2 now on Mike Moustakas.
I told you, I instructed my pitchers, especially away games, we might throw over several times just to control the pace of the game. Sometimes you can see it's things aren't going good, you got to change it. So we just throw over and let the fans boo.
Runner goes on 3-2, roll to first base. The only out for Ducey is at the bag, 2 gone. Time for a game break now. Trevor Thompson. How about the Pirates about to win their 11th consecutive game?
They've been up and down, but they've been hot lately.
2-out chance now for Salvador Perez. Here's how it looks in the Central with the Cubs leading that division.
Milwaukee 2.5 back. Pittsburgh trying to close the gap. 500 for St. Louis. Cincinnati bringing up the rear.
Line drive to right, base hit. Castellanos charging the ball. And his throw will be cut off. It's a 2-out RBI single for Salvador Perez.
This pitch is just out over the plate. You look at Perez, just up. You can see where he made contact. Perez just takes it the other way. That's good hit. And a marginal pitch. And good job. They get a base hit. Get the runner moving on the ground out. And now they get the single for the run. Now 3-0.
The Royals scored their first 3 runs last night, all with 2 outs. That is ripped foul down the right field line. 2-out knock for Perez, his 46th RBI of the year.
I'd be crowding some of these hitters. They're just getting out over the plate. Got to use the whole strike zone.
Duda looks at a strike, could not pull the trigger, and the count now 0-2. He walked in his first at bat.
I would double him up inside. He's got several hits out over the plate. Duda pretty much a pull hitter. Let's take a look at StatCast, powered by AWS. And it's obvious why the Tigers are playing where they're playing. Only 22% here. See everybody pretty much on the other side of the diamond.
Ooh, just missed. Little low, little outside. 1-2 on Lucas Duda. Playing to pull on the infield.
Duda's very tall. He likes it down.
Signed by the Royals as a free agent in February. Swing and a miss. He's out of there, and Zim with another strikeout, his 4th of the night. Royals get a 2-out run. They lead by 3. Time now for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. How about last night? Daniel Ponce de Leon was tossing a no-hitter.
No.
Through 7 innings. How about that? And he was at 116 pitches, which finally got him.
That's a tough move. The guy's got a no going. It's his first start, wasn't it?
It was.
And you have to pull him out of the game. When Edwin Jackson had his going, it was 145 plus pitches. I was asked by AJ Hinch, what do you do? And you stick with him, and at some point you say, you got to get him out of there. But he went on.
Terry Collins had that issue with Johan Santana, and Santana was, I forgot how many pitches he threw in his no-hitter, but he was done really the same after that.
Yeah, he was done. He hurt himself.
Nico Goodrum leads it off here in the 4th. Tigers so far have had 1 base runner, and that was via an error by Lucas Duda. Now Smith with the 2-1.
Good pitch layoff there. Wasn't anything you could hit good.
Rip to right field, and that's going to drop. Base hit. Tigers have their first hit of this ball game.
So Ponce de Leon, first player in MLB history to throw 7+ shutout innings and allow no hits in his debut. 7 innings pitched, no hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 116 pitches. What do you do if the guy comes up and begs you?
Nope.
Say, I'm looking out for you, son.
Yep. Can't do it.
Plus, you got to look out for the ball club as well and your teammates. If you're as good as you believe you are, you got to help us long term.
Castellanos fouls it back. Nicholas struck out in the 1st inning. Smith has fanned 5 Tigers tonight. And the average now at an even 300 for Castellanos.
He's due. Candy's due. Got to get something out of this. Got the hole over there, hit it through it.
As they say in Texas, where Smith is from, he is a big one, 6'4".
Does that look easy if I just draw it like that?
Yeah, simple.
Hit it right through there.
What could be easier?
Hitting a golf ball.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled away. Speaking of which, how'd you hit him today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First 7 holes, okay. Not very good day. I took like 2 days off. I feel like I never golfed today. I better get out there tomorrow.
You got a day game tomorrow.
That's all right. Tee off about 6:15 and get 9 in.
Nice.
Be off the course by, 7:45.
Slap to right field. That ball is slicing down the line. It's a foul ball. Ooh, that was close.
Boy, catch a break.
Nick running down the line was trying to guide that ball fair, but it was slicing too much.
Looked like Carlton Fisk running down there, leaning. They got Nick on a 3-2 breaking ball last at bat. See if Nick went to school on that. 0-2.
Smith made his first 24 appearances out of the Royals bullpen this year. Tonight is his 3rd start of the year.
Where do you think they're going to throw him?
Everything has been up top.
That, and it's going to be the breaking balls down in the dirt.
One and two.
Salvador Perez, you see him set up like that. He's thinking, number one, if anybody's thinking about going, I'm going to have like a little fake pitch out here, and he can pick you. The good catchers, they'll pick on a bounced slider.
Popped up. Shallow right field. Merrifield, long run. Foul ground for the out. One away. Save up to 25% off select special themed event tickets in July and August. Each package includes a game ticket and premium items starting as low as $16. But hurry, this offer ends at 11:59 p.m. tonight. If you'd like more information, go to tigers.com/summer. One away. Part of the landscape here at Kauffman Stadium, the venerable fountains that have been here forever. Here is Candelario.
Look at Selby, he's ready.
Perez has 2 pickoffs this year. 21 in his career. He debuted in 2011, so that's the most since then.
His body language, Salvador Perez behind the plate, is excellent. You watch the way he gives his signs. Really gives his pitchers confidence. He kind of talks with his fingers. He's saying shake it. It's going to be a changeup.
Two and 0.
When Nick was up there, he was just saying let it breathe, wanted it up top. Gives his pitchers lots of confidence.
Boy, Smith lets it go, doesn't he, when he throws to first?
Yes, he does. He's quicker than he looks. He goes, better get on his horse and get back. Seems like he's getting his footwork mixed up.
Chambers shoots one foul. Candelario seemingly used the break to reset. He was scuffling going into the All-Star break and then had a pretty good series against the Red Sox coming out of the break.
Been coming around the ball a little bit earlier in the year. He was staying inside the ball better. Coming around, he's getting jammed more. There's that hole still over there, but they've got Whit Merrifield right in it.
Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second, tag, got him.
I don't think so.
Out was the call by DJ Rayburn, but the Tigers will certainly look at this. Pretty good throw there by Perez, but it was up.
Always a good throw by.
I think he certainly beat the throw.
Good tag.
No challenge.
He took that peek in there, man. Slow him down just a little. Yeah, good tag.
Oh yeah, sure was.
I think if he would have called him safe, he couldn't reverse it either. That close.
High fly ball right field, back toward the warning track, back toward the wall, and caught right at the base of the wall by Herrera.
Just missed it.
No runs, a single, nobody left. To the bottom of the 4th we go.
together. We're going to take a look at the defensive ratings announced from the Society of American Baseball Research. This is 25% of this index is used for the Gold Glove vote. Tigers have 3 players ranked in there: Iglesias, Jones, and Leonis Martin. It combines 5 defensive metrics into one rating. It's one of the ways to measure how somebody's defense is faring. And Iglesias is doing very well under Saber's methods of measuring that. You getting into that, Mario, at all?
A little bit more and more. I'm finding that some of these numbers are very interesting because I think maybe sometimes, as fly ball to center field by Bonifacio is on #1, sometimes the eye test doesn't necessarily match up with the advanced analytics. Sometimes it does, but I think when you look at the body of work this year for Iglesias and the circus plays he has made and the ground he has covered, you start to look at those numbers and say, yep, that really kind of validates it.
Well, there's Biz Data does another one. It's called a revised zone rating for things like you say it doesn't pass the eye test, and he ranks 2nd in that, and Savory's 1st, and his index is .843. So you'd say that Iglesias is getting 84 of outs on balls hit in his zone. So that's 2nd to Marcus Semien in BSR's way they measure it.
I think with all numbers and stats, you need context and where it ranks in the league, and a lot of times that helps to understand how good a player really is.
Yeah, well,
what league averages are, so on. And a strike call, 3-1 now on Gordon.
Well, measuring on top in one and second in the other, that's pretty good so far, but long way to go. And I think he's just improved a lot, and he's got a ways to go. Can always get better. Good defense makes the pitching better. And you know what? Makes you hit better too, because you make good plays. It just has a way of making you upbeat in belief. That no-hitter's over right now. Got a hit, the Reds.
Just got a piece of it. 3-2 the count on Gordon. Got the base hit, you know.
Guess who? Not Cincy. This will be an easy one.
Well, Jeanette, there's Votto.
Votto.
Pulled to the right side, right at Goodrum. Regains his balance, 2 gone.
Here's the 1-800 call Sam, call the game. Tigers have really done much better on their shifting over last year. Look at, they got the Iglesias over there right to him. This is in the 9th inning. They're shifting there again. Here comes another one. There he is, right up the middle. He's on the different part of the diamond. He's usually over on the left, over on the right. That worked pretty good. And this just happened. Look at Nico. So Gardy, since he was over there with the Diamondbacks, he learned quite a bit about it. The Tigers are really much better with their shifts. There's 289 average, 29th Major League Baseball ranked last year. 206, 12th best this year.
That is a marked improvement for the Tigers.
It is. Well, Gardy, like I said, he was in Arizona. He learned the importance of the shift. The Diamondbacks ranked 3rd in shift runs saved this year. They're excellent at it, so that's what you got to do. That's one of the reasons why guys like Gardy get hired. You know, he's got a lot of experience. He picked up some of the new stuff over there in Arizona, and he's implementing here. And Joe Vavra does a lot of the metrics and the calculations. Oh, just by
Sliced the other way, and another good at bat by Goodwin, who had a couple of hits last night. He's got a 2-out single here in the 4th. We'll bring up Escobar.
.60 pitches for Zim, 17 in the first, 18 in the third. Had a pretty good second inning.
The very aggressive Escobar stands in. He struck out in the second. What do you bet he swings the first pitch?
I'll take you. Say he takes it.
Oh, come on, Escobar.
He swung at the first pitch last time, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That's why I
Well,
thought
he wouldn't do it
again.
2 in a row.
Sure he would. Come on. Too late. All right, how about this pitch?
Oh, I'd say if it's a strike, he will.
I see even if it's a ball, he will. They will chase Goodwin back. 3 steals this year for Goodwin.
Yeah, he's going to want to show the Royals something. I say that he steals with 2 outs. You say that he swings. I say that Goodwin's going to steal during this at bat. I'm up on you right now, 1-0.
Okay, are you saying he's going to attempt or that he's actually going to steal?
He's going to attempt it.
Okay.
Cannon will get him.
The 1-0.
And he didn't swing. Why'd you drop your head over there so it's down 2?
Of all the times to take 2 pitches. I'm down 0-2 now to Gibby here. All right, he's definitely swinging down. Here's the 1-1.
Goodwin just said, there he goes.
Oh, man. Line drive up the middle center field, base hit. Goodwin is on his way to third. He is in there standing up, and it's a single for Escobar. 2-out rally now for the Royals.
Pretty good hit. You get a 2-0 count. Didn't try and pull it. He has been trying to pull it. Goodwin's on the move. Mario's down 3-0. Tigers are down 3-zip right now. They got to get out of this mess right here. First and third, 2 out.
Technically, he swung at that pitch while he stole, so that was a break even right there.
He was stealing.
He was stealing, so I'll give it to you.
Okay, so you're right.
So it's 2. Here's Merrifield. This is who the Royals want up in this position here. A double, a run scored in the first. He lined to right field in his last at bat.
Watch the bunt. He'll do it. Even though there's 2 outs, it's a heady player. Probably not with a strike.
Jim Liedland had a term that was used for a lot of players that I think fits for Merrifield. He is just a bone player. And that's what Jim would use to describe this guy. Very fundamentally sound. Hits with a little bit of power, steals some bases, good fielder. 0-2.
Merrifield almost with 383 versus lefties, 262 versus righties. So Tigers got a good shot to get him out of there.
Royals lead 3-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 2 on, 2 out. Runner breaks from first, bouncing in and blocked by McCann. No throw as Escobar steals it standing up.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed pitch. 93 high, 79 low.
Two in scoring position now for the Royals. Bouncer back up the middle, Iglesias. That'll end the threat. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. We go to the 5th. Nothing in favor of the Royals. They jumped out early in this ball game. Mario and Gibby back here at the ballpark tonight. And Gibby, well, Bert Smith, for the second straight night, a guy we really hadn't heard a whole lot about, is throwing a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, he's held the Tigers to 1 hit so far. Got 5 strikeouts. I don't think he's walked anybody. He's just really keeping the Tigers off balance. Tigers swinging a little bit early, I thought, in the game. But just like last night, they finished strong, got the 5-4 win. They can do it again tonight.
Yeah, Mike Moustakas with a 2-run homer in this ball game. Zim, after a slow start, has kind of settled in a little bit now, so that is good to see for the Tigers as Smith goes back to the hill and Vmart looks at ball 1. 5th inning is underway. Victor reaching on an error back in the 2nd. Two-0. Martinez 2 hits in the ball game last night, including a big one. It was a double in the 9th inning. Tigers had 3 straight hits. Brandon Maurer, who was trying to close out the game.
Thanks. Almost electrocuted me. Okay.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Apparently my chair was on the cord of your little fan there, keeping you cool.
Yeah, all this hair is just so hot.
2-1 on Martinez. Popped up. Long run for Moustakas, who will make the play in the outfield grass. Time for a game break now, and Trevor Thompson.
Kind of dive.
The old fire alarm break up the no-hitter trick. You see that all the time, don't you?
One of the Reds did it. You got to dive for that ball out there in the outfield, don't you?
Yep, you would think.
No, he didn't have a chance.
Still got to dive.
Tied up 2-2 now. Over there in Cincinnati is tied St. Louis.
Ducey, the batter, reaching on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Is this your guy and Ram pick the stick tonight?
No, he's not. I was thinking about it though.
Oh.
Not with Candy.
Oh, that's
I haven't scored a point since I've been back. Boy, had Nick 4 times. Even.
2-2 on Ducey.
That was a little intentional. Just give him some music there. Just thought maybe he's going to dive on the plate. Because he's something stupid like that might irritate me.
No.
Yep.
Really?
Back in the day, yeah. I felt it right there.
Popped up. Had him lunging for that ball. It's Escobar. 2 away here in the 5th. If you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app and take Fox Sports Detroit and Tigers baseball with you wherever you go. It's made available by Oakland University. They're on Fox Sports Go as we speak. Right now the Royals lead 3-0. The Royals got 2 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd. Here's McCann, who struck out in the 2nd. Flare to right field. And Herrera comes on to make a sliding play.
Caught that just like the infielder is, didn't he? But he made the catch.
Saw some great defense last night, and this is a pretty good play here by Rosell Herrera.
the fifth, some pretty good plays, just as there has been for the past several games. Rosell Herrera, he's an infielder by trade, playing in the right field. He sticks with it. Ball's fading, makes a good grab, and that put James McCann in StatCast 25.4 feet per second. His best is 28, so he was kind of just cruising on that, gliding on it. But he made the catch nevertheless. Tigers are down and need to shut the Royals down here in this bottom of the fifth. Score some runs in the sixth.
And guess who's leading off? The guy that made that catch.
Always happens.
Rosell Herrera, Mike Moustakas, and Salvador Perez. Single and 2 at bats tonight for Herrera. He has 4 hits in the series.
One and 2. "26 years old, Herrera, in the Dominican Republic."
Chopped slowly, and it'll be handled there by Zim.
Down to let's check in with Shep downstairs. But you got Shep.
Gibby, this is the time of the year where the media is on high alert and fans are thirsting for more information, and players are just trying to stay as focused as best as they possibly can because it is the trade deadline. The guy stepping into the box right now and already has a 2-run homer, Mike Moustakas, along with Whit Merrifield, are 2 prominent names that are being bandied about as possible trade bait candidates for the Kansas City Royals. I talked with Moustakas and Merrifield about it. Merrifield says, look, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think about it a little bit. It does bother me because I like being here. Moustakas is used to the trade rumors over the last couple of years, but he actually looks at it as fuel to fire him up a little bit moving forward here, because he realizes that he's been to the pinnacle, he's been to the mountain, he realizes what it takes to win a championship. He feels like he can bring that to another team or be an important part of it if Kansas City chooses to rebuild around him moving forward, guys.
Having another pretty good year as far as the power numbers are concerned. He homered in the first inning, now 20 of them this year.
And just to paint another picture, when Moustakas is playing, the scouts are in the stands, right? Most teams right now have a room set up. If they're at home, it would be at home, and many of the front office people are in that room, and they're analyzing and trying to make trades right now. 31st is the day at 4 p.m. I believe. Now the Tigers brass, they would probably be back at the hotel, or they'll have a room at the hotel. They'll stay there late. They continue to try and find good fits. So, you know, everybody, they meet for a while and then they disperse and make phone calls, and everybody's calling their sources and trying to make things happen. But from all indications so far, it is a buyer's market, and maybe the sellers will have to wait till the end.
Well, Kimmy, there's 2 ways to look at it, and I was talking with Merrifield and Moustakas about this, and you guys can relate to a certain extent of all the players you've talked to. That's the fact that you can look at it, a team wants to get rid of me, or take it as a compliment, like another team really wants you. And that's the way Merrifield and Moustakas have chosen to look at it from their side of things.
But I think also, as Merrifield said, and Moustakas has said, they love Kansas City. I mean, they want to stay here, and there's the human element that goes with it as well. Yes, there's the business part of baseball, but if you're comfortable in a city, you know, there's some times when you don't really welcome that trade, but you know that it's all part of the gig.
Well, the other thing is, if you have families, you need to think about that. And I can tell you, I played here in Kansas City. It's a great place to play. It's a great stadium, great place to live. So you do have mixed emotions, but I think nowadays players realize more than ever that there is a business aspect, and you may get moved on, and don't be insulted by it. Oh, there you go.
Nice play by Candelario on that line drive, headed to left.
1 point.
You don't get a point for
Yeah, if you leave your feet.
No, you don't even.
You snag that, it's a point.
If you leave your feet.
It was just put in just right before this inning. Look at Candy over there. Once he gets off that 1 foot. Oh yeah, that's a point.
I will remind you that the contest is Ram pick the stick, not leaving your feet to make a leaping catch.
That's not true. Why do you get a negative if you make an error?
Well, I'm just telling you the rules. I don't make up the rules.
Well, I think I have enough votes on the board to get that through.
You know, that's probably true. Here is Perez now with 2 outs. Uh-oh, down the left field line. It is hooking, and that ball is gone. Just over the short wall in left for Salvador Perez. That is his 19th career home run against Tigers pitching.
Salvi Perez has killed the Tigers in the past. This is going to be another slider. He hung right down the middle of the plate just like he did with Stockus. And Salvi Perez did not miss it. They hit mistakes and they hit him out of the park. And the Tigers now down 4-0.
Number 15 for Perez. Second home run allowed by Zimmerman. 2-out solo shot. Lucas Duda, the batter. In there, strike 1-1. So Perez in his career now is at about 300 against Tigers pitching with, as we mentioned, another home run, his 19th.
He was flat out scuffling when the Tigers came into town.
Duda, a walk and a strikeout in the ball game tonight. Swing and a miss. Zim now at 83 pitches. We mentioned his last start was his first and only start in which he went more than 100. 105. That was 13 days ago. And that's belted right to the second baseman, Nico Goodrum, to end the inning. They get a home run from Perez, extend the lead, and Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire. Detroit is brought to you by Bell Tire. For tires and auto service, everybody needs a Bell Tire guy. And it's Chevy Truck Month. Bring on the new and hand down the old. Chevrolet, find new roads. Nighttime settling in now here in Kansas City, and the Tigers find themselves down 4-0. Zim giving up the home run to Perez. And now the Tigers here in the 6th inning have Iglesias, Jones, and Martin. Smith back to the hill. Got him 1-2-3 in the 5th, and a ball inside to Iglesias. That is popped up behind the plate, and it's going to be Perez. One gone. Hey Spartans, Fox Sports Detroit University Days are back. It's time to head to Comerica Park on August 24th and show your school spirit. Special package includes a game ticket, Tigers cap in green and white, and a donation back to your school. If you'd like to purchase a package or for more information, go to tigers.com/MSU. One away, and here is Jacoby Jones. Smith has been very economical as the Tigers get some action going in their bullpen now. Farmer. 14 of the 17 batters have been 5 pitches or less. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So getting quick outs has helped his pitch count. Much in the same manner as last night's starter, Phil Meyer. Little high.
Jacoby really putting himself in the hole there. He's having a hard time staying off that high pitch. They have fastball high and then the breaking ball down and out of the zone.
Jones trying to get something started here. The Tigers still have only 1 hit, the single by Goodrum in the 4th. And then he was thrown out trying to steal. Martin on deck. Now he's gone to 3-2.
Now this happened last time. Jacoby got to 3-2. He swung at a ball. Come on, Jacoby. Let it get deep. Work your way on. Make sure you get a good pitch. Don't let him use your aggressiveness against you.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes.
Same pitch. Another changeup. He's got a good one. Starting it low in the zone. Start up just like they did last at bat. Up, down, they get to 3-2 and they drop the changeup in there. Good arm motion on it. You see it just fall right off the table.
Before Smith joined the rotation, he led all the Royals relievers in strikeouts. He's got 6 of them tonight, and Martin's going to roll out to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Birch Smith. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th in KC.
And here's our Comerica Bank game summary. Mike Moustakas in the first inning, 2-run shot, puts the Royals up 2-0. Salvi Perez with the 2-out single to right field makes it 3-0. And then Perez with the hanging slider in the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th home run. That's 4-0. The Tigers have gone down offensively 5 of 6 times they faced the minimum. They had 4 men on, or 4 batters in the fourth, and Zim threw 5, 84 pitches, 59 strikes. And he's out for more. Oh, we got a new pitcher.
Buck Farmer in the wall side windows pitching change. So Zim is done after 84 pitches tonight. Farmer has Bonifacio, Gordon, and Goodwin. Buck had a really good stretch going. It came to an end on July the 14th, right before the All-Star break. Had a scoreless streak of 12 consecutive innings before the Astros got to him. Bonifacio, a strikeout and a flyout. We're in the bottom of the sixth, 4-0 Royals. Up and in. KC 4 runs, 7 hits. Tigers no runs on 1 hit. Here's the 2-1. 2-2 on Jorge Bonifacio, who last night snapped an 0-for-14 stretch with a base hit. And pretty good numbers last year. 17 homers last season, 40 RBIs, 113 games for KC. Outside at 95, 3-2.
You got to throw the good slider right here. As you look, watch the good games that you'll see, the tight games by the top teams. They really can throw any pitch at any time. It's going to be a fastball away right here. Slider would get him.
To center field, Martinez on his horse, still going, can't get it. Up against the wall, Bonifacio will go to second with a leadoff double.
Yeah, when you're young, as you see by some of the young Tigers, you're looking heater. He gets it right here in the outside part of the plate. And Leonis smartly pulls up. We said last night, I think his leg is a little tender. Doesn't look like his stride's quite as long as it normally is.
I would agree.
That ball was smoked, though.
Here's Gordon now with nobody out.
See if he tries to get him over.
Back up the middle. Ooh, nice play. Iglesias sliding and throwing him out. Nothing gets by Iglesias. Runner advances.
Saved the run. And again, placement has been real good tonight again for the Tigers. Infield will come in. They try and cut down Bonifacio if he should try and come home on a ground ball.
Brian Goodwin now with 1 out. Farmer came into this game holding left-handed batters to a 174 average.
He gets his changeup going. It's a real good pitch against the lefties.
And that's why Gardner was saying recently, when the Tigers went through that stretch without a lefty in the bullpen, they did have Buck, who was effective against left-handed batters. Tigers have 1 lefty now. That's Daniel Stump, with Blaine Hardy back in the rotation. Infield in. 2-0.
I noticed Buck misses a lot. Glove side. You ever notice that?
Yes.
He's just off the plate. You're trying to get the fastball inside is a good pitch. You jam guys, you get a lot of ground balls on that pitch. However, it's two balls, no strikes. You got to get a strike in there.
Little chopper. They're going to try and score the run. Iglesias cannot field it cleanly. And coming in to score is Bonifacio. Iggy's got a shot if he fields that ball, but he was charging, couldn't make the play.
Yes, I think that he was looking at home plate to see if he had a play. I think he's going to get an error on this. Ball's on him. He's got his head up to look. He's trying to get himself in position to throw. It doesn't work out.
E6, and the Royals lead 5-0. That'll bring up Escobar. Infield back down with the runner at first and 1 out. Each team with an error.
See if Goodwin tries to go again.
That was Iglesias' first error in over a month. June 23rd in Cleveland, the last time he was charged with an error. And that was really on a, I don't want to say a do or die play, but he had to charge that ball and make a quick throw to try and get the out. Just could not glove it cleanly. Meanwhile, a big lead for Goodwin. Runner goes, pitch out. They sniffed it, throw down, tag, got him. McCann cuts down Goodwin.
Boy, they had him, had the pitch out. Good job. This is not as good a throw as James has made earlier in the regular ones, but a good tag. 1.88 seconds on the throw. But James gets it down there in plenty of time. And they got a good tag right there, right on the dome. Look.
That is the 15th catcher caught stealing this year for McCann. He came in second behind Jonathan Lucroy. 2-0 on Escobar. Pulled foul. Farmer replacing the starter Zimmerman, who went the first 5 through 84 pitches and was taken out of the game. 59 strikes for Zim tonight. Slice towards second. Easy play there for Goodrum. That'll end the inning, but the Royals had one more run, and we head to the 7th.
Got our bell tire pitch by pitch. Birch Smith, another newcomer for the Tigers tonight. had a great game. Tigers are a little bit confused right there. He's got a good breaking ball we found as well. High riding fastball and the changeup. Pretty good numbers. 6 innings pitched, only 1 hit. 6 strikeouts, did not walk anybody. And on the 2 nights with Heath, Philmeyer, and Bert Smith, so that would be Heath and Birch. They have totally shut the Tigers down. Tigers did get to the bullpen last night after Heath got out of the game, and tried to do the same tonight. Smith's still in the game, though. They need to get him out.
Smith got the benefit on that last pitch. It seemed wide. 1-1 the count. Only 1 Tigers hit so far. That's a little bit away. 2-1. Smith will face Goodrum, Castellanos, Candelario, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. I mean, those balls seem outside, but he's getting the call.
Well, he's been around the plate all night. Got a 5-0 game, and sometimes Salvador's a veteran catcher. Maybe he's starting to get some of the calls he's worked in. It does seem like it is widening up a little bit. 2 nights. There you see the 2 youngsters, Heath Philmeyer and Bert Smith. 6 2/3 innings by Philmeyer. Smith still 6+ right now. Tigers are struggling with the bats.
Nico has the only Tigers hit. It was a single in the 4th. Then he was thrown out trying to steal by Perez. Tiger box, a lot of zeros. Ball 3, 3-2 on Nico Goodrum.
Tigers have had a lot of 3-2 counts. Smith has come out on top. Got to lay off this now.
This is the deepest Smith has gone in a game. His last start, he went 71 pitches. Actually, that was 2 starts ago against Minnesota. So he's gone well beyond that. 84 now, the most he's thrown in a game. 3 defenders to the right of second against Goodrum. That was a 9-pitch at bat, and he rolls it to Moustakas. Ooh, got him by half a step.
Close. You got to give Bert Smith credit right there. I mean, all those pitches are just keeping the ball real low on the 3-2 counts. There's really nothing you can do. You have to protect if you're the Tigers. Take a look at the sequence right here. You can see worked away, curved balls on the outside corner. Got a couple of those calls in at the end. Made the pitches to get them.
Castellanos a strikeout and a pop-up. Ball 1. Beyond the 1 hit by Goodrum, only Martinez reaching on an error due to the first baseman. So 2 base runners tonight against Smith. Bender drops low, 2-0.
Salvi wanted that one, didn't get it. Tigers really only in their 3rd at bats. Actually, it's
Tim Hill warming up in their bullpen. That's in there. 2-1 now on Castellanos.
Nick needs to get on. Candy needs to get one out of here.
2-2.
Nick just a little off. You maybe see a little bit of frustration. Felt like that was a good pitch to hit. Didn't get it.
Low ball 3. Castellanos playing in his 99th game here tonight. That is a team high for the Tigers.
If you're the Tigers, you want to keep the gas pedal down, but Nick may need a little rest at some time to time.
Ball 4. 1-out walk. Hey, we're going back to college now with Nissan.
What college are we going to?
Nebraska. Alex Gordon, that's where he went to school. Second overall pick.
44 homers, 189 RBI, 43 SBs in 3 years.
There's another pretty good outfielder out of Nebraska, Darren Erstad.
Punter too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he punted in college.
Good baseball player for the Angels, won a world championship.
Candelario now with 1 on, 1 out. And Jamer looks at a strike.
"14 home runs, leads the Tigers, leads the team."
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that'll sail outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Looks like Smith's breaking balls not quite as sharp. You noticing that? Just kind of hanging. Hopefully he hangs one down the middle of the plate. He has kept them on the corners. Moustakas and Salvi Perez got 2 hangers from Zim. See if we can get the favorite return.
Yeah, he hung another one up there, 2-1.
That's an overhang there.
You're right. I mean, you can tell he's starting to tire. As we mentioned, 71 was his previous high, and he's at 94 right now. Ned Yost can't be too excited about going to the bullpen, though. Their ERA is well over 5. Way outside, 3-1.
Keyhole him right down the middle. I believe he's got to just try and get a low. He's going to go for the ground ball.
And he walked him. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. May have to come and get him now. Yep, here's Ned Yost. Smith running out of gas here in the 7th. Now the Tigers will try and get to the KC bullpen, which they did a great job of last night, but Birch Smith about to get himself a nice round of applause. He will depart the scene, and Tim Hill will check in. on their roster, including tonight's starter, Birch Smith, who was really good tonight. Here's some of the other notable Rule 5 picks. Odubel Herrera, who has had really good numbers with the Phillies. Justin Bohr has hit some homers with the Marlins, and Hector Rondon in the Cubs bullpen. So that Rule 5 draft can provide organizations a chance to find some good pitchers and players, and Birch Smith was pretty good tonight.
Yes, he was. And when you're a Rule 5 guy, you have to retain him for the whole year. So he's been here for the year, and Tigers have one themselves. And if you want to, is it 100,000 they get him for?
They do.
And then if they return him, they get what, 50 back or 25 back. So it's a pretty good way to try and rebuild your club or make your depth stronger.
Victor Martinez looks at a ball that slides in for a strike. Tim Hill now in the wall side windows pitching change.
You can see he's funky.
7, 8, 9 innings have been a problem for the Royals bullpen. This is where a lot of damage is done against KC. Victor rolls one to third base, foul ball. 0-2.
Well, you try and make sure you get a ball you can drive right here. You got 2 on and 1 out. Tim Hill is brought in. He's got a really good sinker. His ground ball rate is 60%, which would rank top 10 if he had thrown 30 innings to qualify. And the average is around 44%. So that's considerably above. So Victor's got to try and get him up. Yep, 90-mile-an-hour sinker right there. Got to believe he's really tough on lefties.
There's the lefty on deck, Aducey.
Will he pinch hit?
Mentioning the Royals have trouble in the later innings. They've been outscored 168 to 91 in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. That is a huge margin. The 0-2. Just got a piece, and that one drilled Salvador Perez.
You know, Salvi Perez got one right in the mask. Kept his head right in there. Look at the infield defense. It's pretty much straight up. Victor earlier in the year, he's really being shifted both left-handed and right-handed. Victor hitting 218 lefty and 238 righty. Usually, obviously, much higher. His career average is higher. He's usually pretty close lefty-righty. So there's bigger holes here for Victor to find.
Martinez 0 for 2, reaching on an error and popping up. Again, the 0-2. Tigers trying to get something going here in the 7th inning. Got to credit Nico Goodrum. He had a 9-pitch at bat against Smith, which helped get him out of the game. And then Smith went on to walk the next 2 batters. We'll see now if the Tigers can get it going here against the bullpen. Down the right field line, slicing. Nice catch.
Yeah, you can tell Victor's trying not to roll this over on the ground. Kind of waiting and hitting this ball the other way. Trying to hit a line drive over to right field, right center. You try and pull a ball, a sinker ball like this, it's going to be on the ground and you'll be looking at a double play. Brian Goodman shading him a little bit over to right.
Ball 1 on Victor. It was late in the game when the Tigers got cooking last night. They scored 2 in the 7th and 3 in the 9th. Came back to win 5-4. Low ball 2.
Well, Victor's really battling right now.
That's what Victor said after the game. Had some really good at-bats late in the ball game last night, and he now wants to just continue to battle and give this team good at-bats. And it was certainly contagious last night. Tigers had some really good at-bats late. There's a fly ball toward right, slicing again, foul ground. Oh, almost another great play.
Well, Victor's doing his job of trying to make something happen right here. We've talked about the Tigers having good at bats in these situations. He's had a good at bat so far, trying to get some value out of it. Ducey is on deck, and I got to believe there's somebody moving around in that dugout or back there in the batting cage. However, the Royals do have the righty up in the bullpen, so maybe Gardy does give the Dooch an opportunity.
Fly ball toward left field. Gordon is on the run, still going back. He looks up, and that ball is gone. It's a 3-run shot for Victor Martinez, his first home run since May. And we've got a ball game. V-Mart hits a huge home run, his 5th of the year.
What a great at bat. Lots of pitches. And finally he gets something up in the air they can hang. He kept that approach we were talking about, wasn't trying to roll it over. And Alex Gordon stopped running. I thought, man, this ball really carried it. It's out of the ballpark over the 387. And the Tigers are in this game now only down 5-3.
Hicks now will bat for a Ducey, so the righty comes off the bench. Boy, that's got to feel good for Victor. It has been a while. May in Seattle, his last home run. Now with the right-hander coming up, Ned Yost coming out, and he'll go right back to his bullpen. So Hill didn't work out for them. We'll go to break.
Martinez with the chance. Nice extended at bat right here, and boy, did this feel good. Hasn't homered since May. Out of the ballpark. Big 3-run shot. The Tigers are thinking, just like they were last night when they got the starter out, that they're going to win this game. One out, nobody on.
May 19th, the last home run for Martinez. A 3-run shot. Hicks now will pinch hit as the Royals go back to the bullpen. They got a righty coming out in a Wallside Windows pitching change, and it's going to be Kevin McCarthy. So the late innings continues to be a problem for KC. There's a ball inside to Hicks.
Well, two out walks, or 2 1-out walks. Tigers have done a good job last night taking the generosity and did it again tonight.
Ground ball to short on a backhand. Escobar got him by half a step.
Well, I was wondering if Gardy might go get the lefty. Lefty-righty splits. McCarthy, 300. You can see much better for a left-handed hitter to be up there. 4 home runs. No home runs versus the righties, but Tigers need to get another runner on to get that tying run to the plate.
They have Reyes, who is a switch hitter, and Rodriguez on the bench.
So switch and a right.
And a righty, that's it. Here's McCann with 2 outs.
The other reason he probably couldn't pinch hit for Hicks is that he's the catcher. He's their only other catcher, correct?
Correct.
So you usually don't want to leave yourself like that. If something happens to McCann, you don't have a catcher. Who would be their third catcher?
It's a good question. We've asked that many times of Ron Gardenhire. He feels that Goodrum might be able to do it because he's so versatile, but I don't think there's anybody right now that he feels real comfortable with on this roster.
I say Ronnie.
He could be. McCann up at the count, 2-0. Ground ball to short. Escobar has it there, and that will end the inning. But the Tigers back into it. Home run by Vimard makes it 5-3. Coming up, the Consumers Energy 7th inning stretch. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDetroit.com. See why Chevy drives the Motor City. And by Wallside Windows. We can do that. We are the factory. We have a ball game. It's now 5-3 on the Victor Martinez home run. His first since mid-May. A 3-run shot. Now Farmer is out there to keep it right here at 5-3.
Yeah, he's got to do it. And he's at the top of the order.
That has popped up. Merrifield will pop up for the first out as Hicks hauls it in.
That's a little distracting. Hicks had to come in cold, run down to first. Now he gets that high fly ball. It's amazing how it finds you when you come in, and Berryfield had to get out of the way. It takes experience not to be distracted by that. Those balls look easy to you?
On TV, it looks so simple.
Not for me.
There's a strike called on Rosel Herrera, who stands in.
We have a team?
The Fox Sports Detroit softball team.
How are we?
Well, how do I put this? Not very good.
Well, the best players haven't been invited.
You, for one, you'd be a ringer, though.
Well, Rod would be good.
Rod would be good.
Trev would be good. Keating could be a good
catcher.
Oh yeah.
Manager.
No, don't give him that responsibility.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Herrera's out of there. 2 gone. Tigers take on the Indians this Friday the 27th at 7:10 p.m. Stay after the game for these spectacular Friday night fireworks. If you'd like tickets, go to Tigers.com. Detroit Tigers bringing you summer since 1901.
Getting to the manager, that would be the big boy, Big Jeff.
Jeff Wild? Yeah, he'd be our skipper.
This is Farmer's got to get Big Moose right now.
2 away, Moustakas looks at a strike. 2-run shot in the first inning off Zimmerman. Got the Royals on the board early.
Moustakas looks really comfortable in there. Really, we'd heard he'd been struggling and watched some film. He looks very comfortable. Good pitch, double it up. They are shifting. That's a full Ted Williams right there. Full Ted Williams shift, meaning all but 3 defenders to the pull side.
Two and one.
Like that. He's going to be looking out over the plate. Nice chain piece right here. He come out of his shoes and miss it.
Tigers have only 2 hits tonight, but one was a huge one, a 3-run shot after back-to-back walks. Pulled on the ground right into that shift again. Goodrum from the grass. And good job by Farmer. A 1-2-3 7th inning will go to the 8th. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire. Brand new ball game now as we go to the 8th inning. It is 5-3 in favor of the Royals, top of the 8th inning. And Mario and Gibby back here at the ballpark. Tigers, well, they couldn't get anything going. One hit the entire night until Victor Martinez, who hadn't homered since mid-May, goes deep.
It was just like last night. They got Smith out of there, and he'd walked too. He totally was out of gas, and Victor came in. They brought Hill in, the left-hander, and Victor had a beautiful at-bat, a veteran at-bat. Didn't try and roll it over. This guy's got a 60% ground ball rate, and he hits a home run off him. It's probably, he hasn't given up a home run all year probably, but just a great at-bat by Victor, and hopefully that'll get him going.
Well, the Royals, and it's been well documented, they really struggle in the final 3 innings of ball games. This is not nearly the same bullpen they have had here.
Oh, no, they don't have the arms that they had. They've traded some away, and they've had some misfortune on some other things that happen within the organization. And yeah, the Tigers have good pressure on them right now. They came back and shut them down 1, 2, 3. If they can get somebody on base right here, the Royals may crack.
Iglesias rolls one to third base. It flattens out, but Moustakas stays with it.
The Ram pick the stick update. What do we got?
Now, we don't need to do this, do we?
Where's Mario? Oh, you're all the way over there on the right.
Yeah, with a -2. Not a whole lot shaking tonight.
No. Long way to go. Tigers are coming.
I'm not real happy about that.
Where you at, Shep?
Shep.
1 point.
Well, but nobody's got many.
Yeah, this is one of those nights where you got to be
Victor
happy.
Martinez does.
Nobody picked him.
I know.
But actually, Rod said he was going to take him on the conference call at 10 a.m. this morning, and somehow changed his mind. How many would he have?
Well, Rod had first overall, too.
And he said he was going to take Victor on the call.
He was just playing with you.
Well, joke's on him right now.
You know, the crew wanted Victor, so the crew got Victor.
Oh, the crew picked Victor now. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. It's interesting. In the 8th inning, the truck chimes in and says, after a 3-run bomb, yeah, we wanted Victor all along.
You're not buying, are you, Shep?
Don't think so.
Well, we've got 5 outs to go. We'll score some runs in that time.
2-2 on Jones. Jacoby has fanned twice in this game. McCarthy came on, got a couple of ground balls to quiet down the 7th after the Tigers had scored 3.
Still laughing out there, Shep?
Yeah, because the truck's telling me they took McCann yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. My 19-year-old son's cell phone ran out of charge again when he missed curfew.
3-2.
Right.
No Chargers around at all.
Oh, boy.
Where you at now, Shep?
Right next to the Tigers dugout. I just love listening in to hear the encouragement, hear the things these guys are talking about during the game. Hashtag love my job.
Down goes Jones, who strikes out for the 3rd time in this ball game. 2 away. It'll be 7 strikeouts for KC pitching tonight. Big Joe warming up.
So, Shep, they're still being encouraged amongst each other.
Yeah, Ronnie Rodriguez is right in front of me, just constantly cheering his guys on and trying to help them out any way they can. You know what it's like.
Got to push through, yeah.
Victor said as much last night, fellas, afterwards. I mean, he said he really admires how a lot of these young guys stay so positive and really almost at times help the veterans get through some tough games and tough times.
It goes both ways. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Roller towards second. Merrifield throws out Martine. 1-2-3 for McCarthy, who retires all 5 that he faces out of the Royals bullpen. Settling down on the farm, Double-A Erie. The Seabulls have a couple of guys that have been promoted from A-ball. Des Cameron doing really well at Double-A after they called up. And Isaac Paredes, Gibby, is only 19 years old playing in Double-A.
Yeah, I've gotten to watch both of these young men quite a bit. Des Cameron has played very well. He's a real good-looking player, got some pop, goes and gets him in center field. And Isaac Paredes, I think, came in a little bit, I don't want to say out of shape, but a little bigger than he was the previous year, and he's worked that off, and he's starting to heat up himself, having a pretty good year.
Here come the Royals in the bottom of the 8th, leading by 2. Perez, the batter. He'll drive one down the left field line. It's going to be a long run for Jones. It's going to go to the wall. And Perez is on with his 3rd hit of the night. It's a double.
Ball side windows pitching change. Joe Jimenez, 48th game. ERA at 2.66, an all-star. And he got met right there with Salvador Perez. What's that, his 2nd hit? Third hit.
Yep. Would you consider pinch running for a guy like Perez here?
No, it's too good defensively, and you have the lead.
Now here is Lucas Duda. That is the 9th hit of the day for the Royals.
Tigers have 2. Trail by 2. Tigers have left 1 on, Royals 4.
Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 96 from the right-hander Jimenez. Duda is 0 for 2 with a walk. Jimenez, an all-star this year. The Tigers representative in Washington, D.C. Oh, man, McCann was doing that all night, and he saved another one. Did that all night last night.
It's a slider. He knows it's going down and in there. Try and get your glove as close to the hop as you can, and he does.
Here's the 2-1.
Good life on that fastball, top of the zone. Here you see the shift data plugged in. Tigers have been in great positioning tonight with their infield defense via the shift.
You talked about that earlier in the game tonight, and it seems like the Tigers now are really starting to make strides in terms of shifting and how it's become a bigger part of their organization. It's really helped this year.
Oh, absolutely. Gardy's implemented it. Al Avila has ramped his analytics department up. A lot of conversations going on. I'm sure there's some agreement, some disagreement, but I mean, you can see it with our own eyes that it works.
Swing and a miss. Duda's out of there, 1 gone. MLB at Bat is your #1 Detroit Tigers app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Detroit Tigers home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, in-game highlights, and a whole lot more. Download MLB at Bat today.
Bonifacio early in the year, he was swinging the bat pretty decent. He's hitting a lot of balls to right center. See, Nick is playing his shallow right field like he normally does. We pointed that out in the telecast last week.
Looked like he went. Yep. Double for Bonifacio in the 6th inning. Can smothers another.
block here, and it's big. You got Salvador Perez on second. Can't let him advance to third. Look, he gets right over top of it. Ball bounces right down in front of you. That's what you want. These catchers do a little drill in spring training where they draw a circle in front of the home plate, and you're supposed to block the ball and keep it in the circle.
I mean, McCannon's making this look easy in this series, but I mean, that's 96 in the dirt on the backhand. He plucked that one.
Yeah, his hands are becoming way softer. That's back to back, and you just think how much they're working. Highly conditioned. That would have been right next door to us, wouldn't it? You see that? Hit the fence.
Here's Peralta, who was not available last night to close out the game. He's warming up right now. He has appeared in 3 of their last 4. Jimenez, at the age of 23, became the youngest Tigers All-Star since 1992, when Travis Fryman made the All-Star team as a 23-year-old. Swing and a miss. And Bonifacio is out of there.
Nasty slider. Gives up the leadoff double on the first pitch to Salvador. Strikes out Dudas, strikes out Bonifacio, has to get Alex Gordon here now.
Gordon is 0 for 3, 2 ground balls and a strikeout. Ball 1.
Tigers will have Goodrum, Castellanos, Candelario, and Vmart. Vmart might have a huge day. Might get the winner here in the top of the 9th.
There's a strikeout Gordon, who walks out of the box. Didn't like that call. Leadoff double by Perez. He's still anchored at second. The first 2 pitches seemed way out of the zone.
And they were.
One and 2.
It's nasty right there. Good changeup. Iglesias and Salvi Perez. Good friends. It's not worth talking to them unless you can find a way to pick them off.
Everything mid-90s from Jimenez, which is his MO. He's got that good hard fastball, great slider. Trying to strand this runner at second, keep it a 2-run game when we get to the 9th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jimenez, after the double, picks up 3 consecutive strikeouts. Nice job by Joe out of the bullpen. Now let's get the bats going in the 9th. All right, gentlemen, thank you. And Willie Peralta is on now as Nico Goodrum leads it off here in the 9th inning, and he looks at strike one from Peralta.
That zone's getting wider. You see this season, 4 for 4 in save opportunities. Does walk quite a few, always has. Throws harder than he ever has. Little slider right there. He's shown 74 sliders. They've resulted in 7 outs and no hits or walks allowed. It's the least he's ever thrown his fastball, 51%, but the hardest at 97 mile an hour average.
Goodrum swings and misses, one gone. Here is the upcoming matchup presented by Wallside Windows. We'll wrap it up tomorrow with Danny Duffy and Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, there you see Matt due for a beauty tomorrow. Danny Duffy, we got 2 lefties going.
Danny Duffy has been a lot better of late for the Royals.
1 o'clock Central. So we go on the air at 1 tomorrow for the pregame.
Here is Castellanos. Ooh, almost hit him. That'll spin him out of the box.
That was not a fastball. Just got away from him.
The Royals traded Kelvin Herrera away to the Nationals back in June, so they're without the closer they had at the start of the year. Peralta has taken over those duties. Here's the 1-0. Nick fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The previous pitch, take a look at this, really got a heck of a grip. See, that was one that got away. It just came out early.
Two and 1. 98 from Peralta.
Yeah, he's always had a live arm. Control has always been an issue for him. Let's hope that he puts Nick on and walks a couple. That's worked good. We had 2 walks on a one out with 1 out, and then we got the home run by V-Mart. Let's do it again.
Hope you can spend your afternoon with us tomorrow. It's the final game of the series, Tigers and Royals, right here on Fox Sports Detroit.
Yeah, go into work, turn the TV on, and watch us. The Tigers win a game. Never know.
Boy,
what might happen.
Demar's locked in, man. He wants one more chance. Here's the 2-2. Nick drives one toward the gap in left center field. Going to get down. It'll go to the wall. It's extra bases. Castellanos on his way to second, taking the turn, going for 3. And he's going to make it. It's a triple with 1 out.
Fortunately, they overthrow the cutoff man there. And Nick, it would have been close if they would have hit the first cutoff man. Nevertheless, 1 out triple, and you're going to go pitch by pitch. There's the first one that got away. 98 mile an hour fastball. Bell high. He barrels it for a triple. He runs good, you know, he's just got good stride. His routes have been good. Look at that good technique right there. Doesn't take a lot out of him. Good relaxed running.
Here is Candelario. Jamer had a walk in the 7th. He, along with Castellanos, walked ahead of the Martinez home run to make it 5-3.
Boy, he had kind of a hanger there, didn't he? Just out over the top of his front foot. Want to stay off that one.
Ball too high. 2-1 on Candelario. The Royals bullpen the worst in baseball with a 5.48 ERA.
Prove it.
Perez going out there to slow it down now for Peralta.
Can you do that? Can you prove it that they're the worst?
Yeah, right here. Let's elevate that ERA.
Look at right here in his glove. See how they see that little thing on his glove? He's got his finger out. So back in the day, pitchers used to put their finger out and they'd wiggle it like on a different pitch. So now they put that little cover on it. They tip their pitches, you can tell.
Three and one now on Jamer. If he reaches, that'll bring up Martinez with the tying runs on.
Have a night, Victor. These guys aren't giving in, are they? 2-run lead, 2-1 count, and they throw the, still throwing the breaking balls.
Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Look at that, another one. Sal Perez just feasting on the aggressiveness. Take a look at this pitch right here. 3-1, and he throws that. He threw it 2-1. Can't get the fastball over.
Ground ball right side. It's scooped up, and they'll cover it for the out. Castellanos scores to make it 5-4, but there are 2 gone.
Solo shot to tie it.
RBI for Jamer. So here comes Victor Martinez now with 2 outs. Three-run homer in the 7th. Tigers have only 3 hits in this game, but they've got the tying run at the plate here in the 9th.
1 left on base, but cleaning them up. Everybody was getting on. A couple of walks, they scored.
Strike 1 to Victor. 97.
I think that was off the plate.
I do. But you know what? He's been calling them there. Now Peralta with the 0-1 pitch.
Looked like Victor had been looking for something on speed that he could get to. But he knows what he's doing. When you get older and towards the end of your career, you wish you had the knowledge that you had early in your career. Well, this is what we're hoping for right here. He's batting left-handed this time. It's been done many times. One from the right, one from the left. Tied up.
That one was off Tim Hill to make it 5-3. Crowd on its feet right now. 1-2 on V-Mart. Spoiled one. Tigers fans have not given up. Boyd and Duffy tomorrow in the finale. That was an epic third at bat there when V-Mart homered. He saw 10 pitches. Up and in, 2-2 on Victor.
Boy, Victor thought that had him. When Victor gets on, he won't be running.
Reyes.
Yep.
Reyes and Ronnie Rodriguez on the bench.
Something off speed. Did you see Peralta quick pitch him right there?
I did.
Well, he was still giving the signs. He went right up, tried to quick pitch Victor.
You're seeing more and more guys do that. Johnny Cueto used to do that quite a bit here in KC.
Oh, yeah.
And again, the 2-2. Fly ball, right field. On the move is Herrera, and that will end the ball game. Royals hang on to win this one 5-4. Now we send you to the Call San Studios. Trevor Thompson with Tigers Live postgame.